I'm Tanya Steele, editor-in-chief of Epicurious.com, and you're watching Around the World in 80 Dishes. Today we're going to Spain to make flan, and we're doing it with Chef Lynn Gigliotti from the CIA. Chef, flan is a dessert that basically everyone loves. I mean, it's essentially a custard, a baked custard.
It's a baked custard, and it's really, at this point, it's a universal dish, but I have to say, the Spaniards invented and love their flan.
They feel proud.
They feel proud of their flan. It's very close to their hearts. So we'll hope that we do them proud today.
Okay, I think that we can do that. All right, so tell me what we do first.
All right, we've got a pot. We are going to take heavy cream and milk.
Okay.
We'll have you pour that in for me. We're going to put a little pinch of salt in it because salt actually enhances the flavor. It's going to enhance the flavor of the cream. It's going to enhance the flavor of the vanilla and the eggs. Oh. So a little pinch of salt is going to enhance the flavors. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a bourbon vanilla bean, which is extremely aromatic, but if you smell it when the pot is closed, it really doesn't smell like much. It's not, it's a little, but
it's slightly vanilla-y.
Slightly vanilla-y, but now what we're going to do is we're going to split it down the middle to expose the little beans. If you've ever had vanilla ice cream that has little black specks in it, this is what you're looking at. So now you take the middle, just kind of press it down with your finger and scrape. Now you can see all these little, if you can see on my finger, it turns into little black specks. And that is the essence of the vanilla bean. We're going to put this in the cream, and we're actually going to add this to the cream too, because there are still some little beans in there that need to get their flavor out.
And you can buy vanilla beans like this in the supermarket.
You can buy these in the supermarket, but what you want to look for is you want to look for a nice moist vanilla bean. A lot of times when you get them in the supermarket, they're dried out. If you get one that happens to be dried out, what I recommend you do is take some really hot water, pour it into the jar with the vanilla bean, and let it rehydrate until it should be the consistency of soft leather. So you don't want it to be crunchy or crackly. So now we bring this to a little simmer. We can turn this off, whisk it up, and then once it comes to a simmer, you're just going to take it off the heat, set it aside, and let it steep for about a half an hour until the vanilla really infuses into that cream.
Okay.
And it's really going to taste very, very vanilla-y. Now, the next step is sugar, water, a little sauce pot, some ramekins. It's helpful to have a pastry brush.
And so what are all these things
We're going to make caramel.
Okay.
Now you can just pour the sugar into the pot, and we're going to put just enough water over it to moisten it. And it's good if you start out slowly by dissolving the sugar. After all the sugar is dissolved, then we're going to turn the heat up.
Oh.
So first we're going to dissolve the sugar, and then we're going to turn the heat up. When we turn the heat up, we're going to start the caramelization process. And when it starts to turn a nice light brown color, we're going to pour it into the ramekins, and then we're going to just kind of tilt them around so you get a nice, you want to get a caramel base on the bottom, and then you want to come up the sides slightly too.
So you're lining the ramekins with the caramel sauce.
Yeah, we're lining it with caramelized sugar.
Yum.
It's delicious. Now I'm going to turn the heat up.
Wow. So it's high heat.
It's high heat. Now, what we want to make sure everybody at home knows is that this is like molten lava. It's extremely dangerous, so you want to be really careful. If you're careful, there's nothing to worry about, like in any other cooking process.
Right.
If careful, you're good. Now you can see when it started, the bubbles were really big, if you notice that. Now as it starts to caramelize, it's melting, the bubbles are getting smaller and smaller. Eventually, it's going to start to turn nice golden amber brown, and that's when it'll be ready to use.
And that gives flan its distinctive look and taste.
It does.
Is the caramels.
It does. Now you can see it's turning darker. Keep swirling it, getting a little bit darker. And I recommend, since it keeps cooking, that you take it off the heat one shade before the shade that you actually want it.
Because it'll continue to cook while you're...
Yeah, so if you look at this, this is that nice amber brown color. Now I'm going to take it off.
Okay.
And I'm going to swirl it to cool it down a little bit. Now, as you can see, it creates a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
And it gets a little foamy. And then what you want to do is pour it into the ramekin. Take the ramekin. I'm just going to show you this one.
Mm-hmm. And you turn it all the way.
You're going to turn it all the way around. Try not to touch the caramel.
Right.
And you want to work quickly.
Okay.
So then they can sit like that for hours.
For hours.
For hours.
And they don't need to go in the fridge or anything?
They don't have to go in the fridge. They can stay right out. It's like a piece of candy. But if you notice the color variance from the first one and the second one, both of them are good. Just depends on what you like.
Ah, interesting.
So.
Okay. Well, then in the next video, what we're going to do is finish making the flans.
Yes.
All right.